We all scared of our destiny, scared to be free, scared to be the masters of reality, till we see that what we are afraid of is infinity, living free. Sin was created by man, there's no such thing, and what brings you closer to death brings you closer to eternal life. Duality brings a dichotomy.
Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to discuss a point in relation to friendships, relationships, and in relation to why Destiny ban people on the internet, on YouTube and on Facebook. It is an anti-hate video response to a YouTube user that calls themselves cresil one humanist, and in this video, it's called Destiny Aren't Your Friends. He is speaking about how Destiny is banning people on YouTube and on Facebook, and how that is hypocritical and defending itself. And it sounds like the person is actually taking it personally that we ban people. And so I'd like to expand on this perspective from my own experience, because in relation to the point, which is also what he says, is that Destiny aren't your friends. And this is exactly the point, because we are not here to be your friend. We're not here to be each other's friend. We're not here to gain friends. And one of the reasons, one could say, specifically because the way that friendships exists, and the way that parent-child relationships, co-worker relationships, love relationships, even relationships between strangers in the supermarket or in the traffic, is contaminated, is actually the word, is contaminated by these personalities that are based on fear, and where people are manipulating each other, and where it is this constant battle between winning and losing, and some accepting abuse and some abusing others and some exploiting others. And meanwhile everyone is walking around with this almost like this porcelain smile. If you see the traffic, in these like straight fucking lines, while inside them and inside their minds there this like entire drama going on the whole time. So I mean, friendships aren't as wonderful as we would like them to be. And I've seen that for myself within looking at the friendships that I've had throughout my years, and how it would often be exploitation and using different sort of tactics of manipulation as guilt, and, you know, if you love me you do this sort of thing. And when I first started participating and started banning people on YouTube, basically there's an option both on YouTube and on Facebook where one can ban a user with different options. On Facebook you don't see the person again, and it was a quite it was like stepping over a boundary, and I didn't like doing it. And at some point someone mentioned that, well, your YouTube channel is a reflection of yourself. There's no difference between the physical reality and your internet reality, and so your YouTube channel is your home, is your virtual home, and if you allow abuse there, it is the same as allowing abuse in your practical reality. And so I started realizing for myself that this was actually a step, specifically and only banning when people are deliberately being abusive and where there's no point coming through. And often I have actually learned the hard way, but by going into discussions with people and realizing that their starting point was just to fuck around, that they weren't serious. And so I've become more trusting myself more within the point of banning, and not being afraid of banning people unjustly. And what I've realized also for myself is that it is actually a step towards being able to standing up in our physical realities, because often in the beginning it will be easier on the internet because there's no like physical confrontation. And this showed me how extensive the abuse in relationships is allowed. Like, if we're friends, we should be able to do this for each other, and friends and lovers and co-workers and strangers and parents and children will fucking lie and deceive each other and manipulate each other to the utmost degree to maintain the relationships, to keep a straight face, to get what they want. And this point of banning someone and of saying that I will not accept this in my home or in my reality is actually quite a step to take, because this is not what I have been brought up to do. Because everyone else around me were doing the same, were accepting the mutual abuse. So the point of banning on the internet is a point of standing up. And
because it's all been done before the one became two. When the one made the mirror, it was the root of all fears. And so they try to say that bad luck runs 7 years, and that's why I'm not afraid to break them as a symbol. Cause 7 is the number of the Godhead, it's simple. We all scared of our destiny, scared to be free, scared to be the masters of reality, till we see that what we are afraid of is infinity, living free. Sin was created by man, there's no such